Welcome back to Marvel Media Podcast. I'm Blake, and I'm here with my co-host Alex.
And today we are reacting and discussing the Oscars, and it's the Oscars. It's just gotten a little more chaotic as the years have gone on. Of course, the controversy surrounding the Oscars is very much prominent. Still. I want to start off by saying, the Batman not even nominated for a lot of these categories, which is criminal to me, and that automatically made me just kind of like, I didn't have to pay attention to the Oscars anymore because at that point, who really cares? But I mean, I'm not also bashing them either, but still, for best sound, it doesn't get that at least. It's wild. But Blake, please go on and present the first category and the nominees for that category and who won.
I believe Best Animated Feature Film was the first category of the night. I think that's the one Emily Blunt and Dwayne The Rock Johnson presented. We're not going to go through every single one. We're just going to hit the main ones, the main categories that Alex and I feel like we have some kind of thoughts on or opinions on. And we're not going to hit every nominees because we haven't watched every movie. So we're just going to talk about the main categories and the main nominees. So for Best Animated Feature, Pinocchio was the winner. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Did you see it?
No, but I know that it was a it was a hyper somewhat. No, it wasn't hyper realism. It was like the stock animation type of animation where they use like real puppeteering and they mix it with animation. So it was definitely unique in the direction. And I did hear that it was a very heartfelt movie, and I know that it can cause some tearing up and everything like that. So I guess for the Oscars, this is that type of movie. Of the other nominees, I've only seen, I think it was Puss in Boots, The Last Wish was on there. Part of me, because
Hell yeah,
I am biased because that's the only one I watched, I think. I kind of wanted to win, but at the end of the day, I don't have I don't have to throw my hat in the ring for one or the other. I would have liked for Puss in Boots to win, but I get it. Pinocchio was directed by Guillermo del Toro, very famous director. This type of story, it just fits the whole Oscar winner type of vibe, if you know what I mean. So, it is what it is. That's just my thoughts on that. But I can't say anything on the movie.
Sea Beast, the Netflix movie, should have won this category. Pinocchio, cool. You did the same fucking thing we've seen like 80 different times. Congrats. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody saw it. We've all seen the storyline. No one cares. All right, it should have won. CB should have won. Actually, a different, unique concept. But yeah, we're gonna give it to a movie that we've all seen before.
I think it's because it did do something different. I can't remember what it is, but I just want to throw that in there because I haven't seen it either. I just know that they did the story differently.
Exactly, because nobody cares. That's the moral of the story. Nobody cares.
Well,
nobody saw it.
We don't care.
It's free on Disney. We still won't even go see it.
Someone will watch it.
No one cares. In the comments down below, please comment if you care. Look at that. Nobody commented. Nobody cared.
I mean, that's not fair because no one commented.
Moving on. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. That's why I did say comment if you don't care. Just comment if you do care. Best visual effects. This one had a pretty big lineup. It had the Batman. This was one of the ones it was nominated for. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Top Gun Maverick, but ultimately Avatar: The Way of the Water won. To absolutely no one's surprise, this movie should have won that category. That was a very we all knew kind of thing.
Yeah, that was a landslide easy win type of vibe. That's what it's made for specifically. to win that category.
And it just snuck in there because it came out, what, a week before 2023? It was like right at the end, wasn't it? So it just snuck into
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Was it?
2 weeks before 2023.
But it just snuck in to be considered a 2022
Christmas.
movie. So
Mm-hmm.
again, I mean, we all knew that was coming. No one's gonna argue that. If you saw the movie, you should know it deserved it.
Yeah.
Now here we go. All right. Best makeup and hairstyling.
Mm-hmm.
The Whale won.
Who was it? The nominees.
The Batman was nominated.
Okay.
Now let's be real. Okay.
What else was nominated?
Who cares? Maybe Black Panther. I don't know for sure though. I don't think so, to be honest. It might have. It probably should have if it wasn't nominated. I feel like I would have wrote down if it was nominated. That's kind of weird that it didn't get nominated. I could be wrong though. All right, I'm gonna say it. The Whale won Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Why? Why did it win it? One thing. Brendan Fraser in a fat suit. That was the only makeup or hairstyling in that movie. You look at that, you knew it was Brendan Fraser. Okay? Who the fuck, if we're just going off of one thing, because we're just comparing like the whale to the penguin. Alright, we're looking at two animals here, people. The whale and the penguin. Nobody knew who the penguin was. Nobody knew that was Colin Farrell in there, he was nominated for Best Actor. It's not like Colin Farrell's a schmuck. People know who he is. You looked at him dressed up, nobody knew who he was. He didn't even, his own co-stars didn't know who he was. They talked about like Jeffrey Wright didn't know when he was dressed up and he'd go get coffee. Nobody would know. We slap Brendan Fraser in a fat suit and we give them the award. What are we doing? Trash. That's trash.
That's valid.
And then you go on top of it.
I didn't think of it that way.
That's literally the only reason it won. There was no other hair or makeup. You don't even look at the Batman had other stuff in it. Obviously, you had other hairstyles. Costume design doesn't really fall under this category, so you can't go into like how the Batman looked and that kind of thing. But you can just do people's makeup and how they looked, like or Catwoman and like the way they were. Okay? All the Whale had was Brendan Fraser and a fat
the gang at the beginning.
That's true. Yeah.
They were beating up
on
on the one guy. Yeah. They had like the skull paint on their face. Yeah. No, I didn't think of it that way. When I first saw that, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, why is the Batman even there? But then I completely forgot the Penguin.
Yeah.
Is literally the epitome of,
makeup.
Yeah.
And they didn't win.
Like that's literally Colin Farrell in there, and no one knew who he was. He could walk into a coffee shop, no one would know. That. Hey, look, it's Colin Farrell. Yeah,
he literally did.
They just thought it was just some random guy with like a scar on his mouth.
So that one was, to me, that is probably the biggest. Actually, no, there's another one. I take that back. There's another one, which has to do with Batman. We're skipping to it. We're talking about it. Best costume design. Black Panther 2 won Best Costume.
Won.
Black Panther 2. The Batman wasn't nominated.
I can see that. It wasn't even nominated?
Nope. Wasn't even one of the nominees.
Damn. Okay. Well,
Black Panther's
I thought it was at least nominated.
Costumes should not have won. You want to nominate it? Sure. Because you want to talk about other. It shouldn't have won solely based on the end, how terrible Okoye and other people in their suits at the end looked. And Ironheart, how trash their costumes were at the end, should have disqualified it from winning, let alone a nominee you could have stripped away from.
I don't think that's what they're talking about.
That's part of the costume, is it not?
I don't think that's considered costume. I mean, that'd be under special effects because it's not.
Yeah, but they walked around
in costumes. I think they're referring to.
They walked around in it though.
I'm not 100% certain. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe when they refer to costumes, I believe they refer to like what they're wearing, like in Wakanda,
right? Like what M'Baku and
they're
yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, like all that specific to that region that they created for that universe. Like, I think that's what they're referring to. I don't think they're referring to like, superhero costumes or anything like that. I think they're referring to like the
Right.
regular
The real,
attire
yeah,
that
the
they
real
have.
costumes that they made them.
Right. I think that's kind of what at least that's how I think it is. I could be completely wrong, and they could have also included that, but I highly doubt it because, like I said, Okoye, Ironheart, all those characters,
Terrible,
CGI elements that would technically fall under special effects,
I guess.
not costumes.
But they were walking around wearing them at the end of the movie. That's all I'm saying. But
Again,
the
I feel like
Batman
they're wearing
wasn't nominated.
pajamas with CGI on it. Yeah, no, because they're like Batman's actual costume itself is real, and they actually built that. Catwoman's, the stuff that like the people in Gotham would wear, the uh, Falcone,
Yeah, Falcone was drippy,
goons.
dude.
They're yeah,
Falcone
yeah.
was drippy.
Even the Penguin with his trench coat.
True.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. To me, that's just, how does a Batman not get a nominee for costume design? Like, Gotham had its own look.
Right. Even
The
like
whole,
a nominee. Yeah.
like, the city of Gotham was almost its own character in this movie, from how much they were in Gotham, how much it was raining. Like, they actually had it raining all the time. Like, Gotham was its own character, and that was shaped by the people of Gotham and what they're wearing. And even, like, we talked about, like, Falcone and, like, Penguin and, like, these non-superhero costumes. Not even a nomination. That's stupid to me. Let's see. Let's go to another smaller one before we get into the main one that everybody, looks at, cares about. Best sound. Top Gun Maverick won this.
I mean, I assume when you go to watch in theaters with the jets and the planes and shit, fine. But I didn't see it. My vote would have been for the Batman solely on the Batmobile scene. Obviously you have like the sound design of Batman walking. You hear his footsteps. I mean, that is clean ass audio. And then it's nice when he's Bruce Wayne and they have a similar thing where he enters a room and you don't hear him walk into the room, but you hear Batman. Yeah, and then again, the Batmobile, that whole scene,
Fire.
perfect.
Fire.
And it's that's what my vote would have been for sound. But again, I can understand. It was the first big movie of the year. Tom Cruise flying planes and shit. I imagine it sounded really good in IMAX.
Absolutely.
I can't exactly. So I can't discredit that for that reason because I didn't see it. So, but you did. Do you think it deserved the win, or would you have said someone else deserved it?
Yeah, I mean, if we're just going based off just sounds, not like the actual score, then I think absolutely, because I mean, obviously this movie had a lot of flying, and even like when he was on like his motorcycle driving a little bit in the beginning, like the movie, yeah, I'd say sound for the actual, not the score. Yeah, I absolutely think Top Gun should have won.
Sound design,
to win. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, now we'll get into the bigger ones. We'll start off with Best Actress. One of the very many for Everything Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh won Best Actress. Kind of weird. Ana de Armas was nominated for Blonde in this category.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess if you
You're
just
gonna get shit on.
Yeah, I guess if you just play a real person, you're gonna get nominated because obviously Austin Butler was nominated. What's his name? Bohemian Rhapsody. Rami Malek won for being. It feels like almost every year the winner of Best Actor is someone playing somebody in a biopic, and I guess that's also an actress because she got nominated. Obviously, Michelle Yeoh was playing her own character. She wasn't playing anybody, but I'm just saying Ana de Armas for Blonde. That was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? The Oscars like when actors and actresses do biopics. Like, you're bound to get at least a nomination. It's just how it is.
Also,
Why? I mean, I don't know.
what's her face from the Fablemans, who was playing Steven Spielberg's mom. She was nominated for this. Again, playing a real life. I mean, she wasn't the star of it. Obviously, it was kind of loosely based on Steven Spielberg's life, but she played a real life person. So they're like, "Yep, give her a nominee." Even though, I mean, that movie did get sucked off at the Oscars, of course, because it's Spielberg, and it's one of those movies that no one actually saw, but it was going to get nominated for stuff because nobody gives two fucks about that movie. Comment down below if you care about the Fablemans. Weird. No one cares about that one either.
Oh man.
What do you want? Best picture, best actor, best supporting actress? Which one do you want to talk about?
Let's do best supporting actress because it seems very, it transitions well with what we just talked about. So
that's true. We'll continue.
So the winner, I believe, was Jamie Lee Curtis, correct?
Yeah, it was for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Actually, no. This one wasn't for that. She won it for Halloween Ends. She won Best Supporting Actress for Halloween Ends, actually, because that was this year. It wasn't for... Congratulations. Clap it up, Alex. Clap it
Best
up.
Supporting Actress, even though she was the
No,
main
not
actress?
not in Halloween Ends. She was a side character in that one. It kind of followed more of what was going on with her granddaughter and Michael Myers and the new Michael Myers, who I don't remember any of their names right now.
Corey, yeah.
Corey, correct, obviously. I was testing.
How do I remember the name?
But yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress for Halloween Ends. So that was pretty cool. Good nod.
Okay, so in reality, she won it for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, personally,
yeah, do it.
I'm happy for her.
Do it. Do it.
But
do it.
I feel okay. Here, but before I say who I believe should have won, I think that someone else should have even been above her. I would argue, because I believe Stephanie Shu, or however you pronounce her last name, she's in Everything Everywhere All at Once. She plays the main villain.
Yep.
She was also a nominee.
Yep.
I feel like she should have been above her.
Yep.
So if anyone from that movie was going to win Best Supporting Actress, should have been Stephanie, not Jamie.
Yep. Correct.
That's just me.
But who really should have won?
But let's be honest. Angela Bassett should have won.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
It just felt like it was almost like a given. Like, her performance in Wakanda Forever is just insane. I mean, especially with like the whole reason, like the whole monologue she has actual, reason to act the way she does in those scenes and throughout this entire movie, because of the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman. So she's pulling from a real place, and she gives one hell of a performance, and she doesn't even win it. Which, I mean, that's one where I've seen the clip of Jamie winning, and then I just see Angela Bassett, and she's just like,
yeah, her face didn't change.
I feel like that was a mistake.
Yeah, 100% it was.
Mistake.
100% it was. That was just that was just a suck off of Everything Everywhere All at Once, is what that was. She wasn't even, like you said, she shouldn't even won it in her own movie. She wasn't even the Best Supporting Actress in her own movie, let alone for no, that one was dog shit. That should have gone to Angela Bassett, and yeah, I can't remember one memorable scene with Jamie Lee Curtis besides the weird fucking hot dog fingers thing that they kept cutting back to. That's the only thing I remember from her in that movie. That's it. Angela Bassett's her monologue and speech as the Queen is gonna be one of those ones that people will always remember when they talk about Wakanda Forever in the MCU in general.
Yeah.
And if that didn't win, that's just stupid.
It felt like the stars were aligning, because you had Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors like presenting it. He even said, Hey Auntie.
No, they didn't
Like I felt
present
like
that
it was
one.
just like it
They,
had to be.
they didn't
No,
present
no,
that one.
they didn't.
No, they came on after
Oh
because
no.
that's why people
So,
think they did that on purpose. That they came out and Michael B. Jordan say, "Hey Auntie," and then Jonathan
oh,
Majors says, "We love you." A lot of people think they did that on purpose because it was those two like nodding, trying to give her attention about like, yeah, we know that you got screwed over, but they weren't the presenters for that.
gotcha. Okay, carry on.
Oh, if they were the presenter, that'd be straight bullshit. That would be if you have two MCU guys come out, one of them who's in the movie with her, given it was just a cameo, but he was in the movie with her, and yeah, no, that would be
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. But we'll go from Best Actress to Best Actor. Brandon Fraser for The Whale was the winner, obviously. Some other people, Colin Farrell, who should have won Best Makeup or been a part of Best Makeup. He was a part of that for that Banshees of Islands, something like that, I think. I don't remember the name. Banshees of something, for sure. Obviously, Austin Butler for Elvis was a part of this one.
Honestly, I'm happy for Brendan Fraser because I feel like,
Who is it?
I grew up with the Mummy movies, so I just like seeing the fact that a guy that I saw doing these like fun action movies finally got his time to shine, and he won an Oscar. It was his first one. I feel like it was time. Give him his flowers. I don't mind this one.
Yeah, I think
Now,
everybody was happy.
Makeup one, yeah, for the makeup one, I completely agree with you. But for the actor, I'm fine giving it to Fraser. So completely okay with this one. Happy for him, truly.
Agreed.
Because
Agreed.
especially with like his sad, backstory with Hollywood and everything like that, it's just nice that he finally got, to shine on the biggest stage. So happy for him, truly.
And then obviously Best Picture, the final one we'll talk about here. Best Picture obviously went to Everything Everywhere all at once. They ended up with 7 Oscars, I believe, total. 7 Oscars for Everything Everywhere all
Most
at
by
once.
any studio, A24.
Yeah, they
That's
went crazy.
wild.
They went crazy.
They did go crazy.
That is wild, actually. 7 Oscars. Definitely didn't deserve all 7 of them.
Yeah.
But they can have some, but didn't deserve 7. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Yeah, probably 5. Because 2 right off the bat, those should have gone to someone else. So, and that's just me saying 5. It could even be 4 or 3, to be honest with you. But it's still a good movie.
Yeah, not 7
Still a good
Oscars
movie.
worthy, but whatever. A24, congrats. The big takeaway I think that everyone should celebrate is that Elvis had 0 Oscars on the night. It was nominated for several awards. It had obviously Best Actor with Austin Butler. It had something about like Best Music. It had like costume, makeup, all that stuff. Blah blah blah. It took home 0 Oscars. That's something to be proud of. I am proud to be a movie watcher to know that it took home 0.
A biopic actually didn't win anything? That's crazy.
It's how it should be.
I feel like they usually at least win one.
Yeah, they love to suck those off. Love it. Usually, I feel like if you win Best Picture, you're going to win Best Actor.
Right. But this wasn't the case this time.
Which was nice. Because I'm pretty sure Bohemian Rhapsody did that.
Well, I guess Michelle Yeoh did.
Well, yeah, Best Actress ended up winning Best Picture, but it was just nice to not have Elvis win anything, because, like, let's be real. We don't care about all these biopics that just kept happening, and they kept giving people awards. It's like, no one cares anymore. Like, pick more interesting people. I'll be the first one to say it, alright? Fuck Elvis. Don't care. Don't care. Comment down below if you care about Elvis. That's crazy. No one cares. They didn't need this movie. They didn't need Austin Butler talking like Elvis.
To any of his music.
Right? No one cares anymore. Get over it, old heads. He's done. He's dead. His music's dead. And you know, we didn't need cringy ass Austin Butler talking like Elvis for the past like 3 years doing promo for it. Like, bro, we all know you don't sound like that. It's just weird. And he tries to use the whole like, oh, I've been in this character for like 3 years. It's like, for what? You didn't win any awards either for it, you fucking bozo. Like, knock it off, you clown. It's embarrassing. You're an actor, right? Stop letting people get passes. They are acting. I don't remember who it was that said something about, because it was when that whole Jared Leto thing about him and Morbius being atrocious and how he's atrocious as the Joker. And like I forgot who it was, a big actor. I want to say it might have been Jonathan Berthol, but I could be wrong. Like came out and said like, we're actors, like you don't get a pass to act how you want because you're saying you're being a character. Like if the cameras aren't rolling, you're not that character. That simple. So, glad to see Elvis got nothing. Let's end the trash biopics. Let's wait a while, make biopics on people who actually mattered.
Yep. Like, I agree, because honestly, if I have no personal connection to whoever the biopic is about, most likely, I'm not going to watch it.
Right.
I'm just straight up with you. I didn't see Elvis. I didn't see Bohemian Rhapsody, even though
I mean that's kind of wild.
I've heard of them, but I'm not really like I don't feel like watching a movie, you know, around that. I'd rather watch something else. Nothing against, you know, Queen, you know. I've heard their music. Some of it's dope, some of it not my thing, but who else has had a biopic recently? I feel like there's been so many that
they
now
did one about Elton John
all jumbled up together
with Taron Egerton.
Oh yeah,
Rocket Man.
I mean, again, Elton had like 3-4 good songs that I know about. Nah, I don't really bump Elton John. I'm sorry.
I don't bump Elton John. I think I could be wrong, but Ozzy Osbourne might have one in the works.
I mean, besides, what's the one song that the Patriots would always play? I can't remember the song. I mean, I have it playing in my head. I just don't know the name of it.
Go ahead, sing it out for everybody.
And no, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna spare everybody and myself that. But that one and the Iron Man one, that's, you know, two that I remember. Oh, wait. He was on that Post Malone song with Travis Scott that one time.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Can't remember the name of that song, but
that's crazy.
Take something. But it was
no, you
fire.
can get it. We're gonna end this episode once Alex gets the name of the video or the song.
Take what you want.
There we go. Leave a like, subscribe to comment down below with your thoughts of the Oscars. Shout out Post Malone, Ozzy Osbourne. We can't wait for the biopic. Like the video. We'll see you guys next time.